The Las Vegas Raiders star tight end Darren Waller has signed with his new agent Drew Rosenhaus, who's previously represented Antonio Brown while he was with the Raiders. Waller has also returned to practice. Isn't that convenient?
What's the latest with Darren Waller, and might his new agent help that hamstring kind of firm up a little bit for him going forward?
Darren's good. Darren's good to go. So you'll see him today, and I don't really know anything about that whole thing.
Plus, the Raiders sign about 6 practice squad players. We're going to get into all this and more. Remember to like this video if you haven't already and subscribe to the Raiders Rundown for more Raiders content. Let's get right into it. So the Raiders have signed Chase Garbers to the practice squad along with many other players. Chase Garbers was the quarterback at a UC Berkeley mobile guy, looked really good in preseason. So it's fortunate for the Raiders. They're going to be able to keep this guy around, help him study. We know Josh McDaniels wants to have a young QB to study under him for several years. He can groom him into a great backup for Derek Carr while Derek Carr is here. Bam Olaseni, the big beast tackle too. Guy looks like a monster. He's also been signed to the practice squad along with Dylan Stoner. We know how many fans want a Dylan Stoner jersey. Well, he's not on the 53, but at least he is on this practice squad here, along with Zach Van Valkenburg, the defensive end, and Myron Tagovailoa Amosa also signed, and Bryce Crosby. Really happy that the Raiders were able to get Bryce Crosby through the practice squad. That means that all these players passed through the waivers and no other team claimed them in the waivers, and so therefore Raiders were able to get these guys on the practice squad. Now, the Raiders can sign 16 players to the practice squad. This is 6, so expect 10 more players to be placed on the practice squad. We'll see what ends up happening there. And also, unless these guys are protected, I believe there's 8 players the Raiders can protect on their practice squad, meaning nobody else could sign them. Nobody else can pluck them. We'll find out soon who these people are, but so far, this is who the Raiders decided right out of the gate. We need to get these guys. We need to get these guys in the building on our practice squad, contributing to the team. Bryce Crosby, I liked how he looked, playing safety, also in the slot cornerback position. Really interesting player, very physical guy too. Bam Olaseni is going to be an interesting project along with Chase Garbers as well. So good to see all these guys on the Raiders practice squad. And Darren Waller has signed with Drew Rosenhaus, fired KlutchSports just last week. Now we expect a deal to get done. We heard Josina Anderson saying $16 million, highest paid tight end. This is something in the works with the Raiders and Darren Waller. So hopefully this gets done soon. And Drew Rosenhaus clearly is being part of the solution with the Waller dilemma. Darren Waller is returning back to practice. Josh McDaniels confirming this, and this is great to see him back on the field, meaning that a contract is going to happen, but also meaning that really him not being at practice, him going to Aces games instead of the Raiders preseason games, him chilling and hanging out instead of being at practice, was only at practice one time in August, showed up one day, then was gone the rest of the time. Oh, it was because of a hamstring. Well, maybe we can guess. We don't know for a fact. We're never going to know. We're never going to have a hidden camera in the office, but we can kind of deduct and assume this was never about a hamstring injury. This guy's going to be ready to go week 1 against the Chargers and Justin Herbert and all these freaking people that we want to whoop, quite frankly. Darren Waller's going to be ready to go because he's not banged up. He's not hurt. He wasn't showing up out there because he wanted a new contract. And yes, he does deserve to be a higher paid tight end than the freaking 17th most highest paid tight end in the NFL. So it makes sense. But, it's interesting to see. This probably happens a lot more around the league than we really know. Teams trying to say there's an injury and that's why a player's not showing up, when really it's a contract issue, when really it's a personal issue, an internal issue that must get resolved before the player goes on and practices. Keep in mind, if Darren Waller were to just straight up miss practice, like not show up, he would be fined. He would be fined. And the fines get more intense each day you miss. The third day, it starts getting close to the 6 figures. It gets really intense if you just straight up miss practice. So teams, it seems like the team maybe allowed him to have this injury designation. Look, you could also have a minor injury and tell your coach, oh, hey coach, I'm really hurt. I can't play through this. This hamstring's just really bugging me. I don't think I'm going to be able to play through this. And meanwhile, I make $6 million and I think I should be the highest paid tight end in the NFL. That could kind of be what was going on with Darren Waller, and rightfully so. But at least we know, and then it means you got to keep your eyes peeled. Raider Nation and football fans, whenever people say, hey, oh, it's an injury problem, trust me, it's not a contract issue. use your common sense, and it looks like the proof is in the pudding. Right, the day that he gets a new agent, the day that the 5-day period where he had to have no agent is over, Waller is back on the practice field. The day when a new deal can be expected to be done, Waller is hitting the field. So good news for us Raiders fans. Good news for all of us that things are heading in the right direction with Darren Waller. $16 million. I think it's totally worth it. Some people say, hey, oh, you know, he hasn't been super healthy. Really, last year was the only year he's missed significant time. Prior to that as a starter, 2019, 2020, played the whole season, maybe missed a few snaps, maybe half a game, but really has been available for the most part as a starter. And it was only this past year with the IT ban that he missed some time. But now that we see him missing time throughout training camp, basically we can assume, we can't say for a fact, due to the contract, not due to an injury. It makes you think, like, the IT ban thing last year, was it really about the IT ban? Well, I hope so, because I hope that everybody is honorable and telling the truth with these injury reports. But, you know, when you look at the lack of guarantees on Waller's contract, when you look at the situation that the Raiders were in last year, maybe you don't want to risk it all and risk getting hurt, risk getting screwed in free agency the next year when a new coaching staff comes in. If you're somebody like Darren Waller, maybe that's part of the thought process. But thankfully, everything is heading in a positive direction. Drew Rosenhaus, Josh McDaniels, Waller on the field together. Let's make a deal. Let's get a deal done, and let's get let's have one of the most electrifying offenses in the NFL in 2022. So hey, like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the Raiders Rundown for more Raiders content. My name is WiFiWillie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.